Hello, I'm Bob Cornett. I'm the mayor of Cresson and would like to welcome you to Cresson, Texas. Cresson was established back in the mid-1800s as a community. It was a cattle shipping area that they dropped off cattle and shipped it into Fort Worth. We were incorporated back in 2001 and the first city council was elected in 2002. For a small community, we have several businesses located in town, 4 convenience stores, Tumbleweed Barbecue and Steakhouse, Motorsport Ranch, and the new wakeboard ranch that is being put in, Napa Auto Parts, Henson Lumber Company, Devon Energy, Ample Oil, and Champion Technology.
Cresson, Texas has a lot to offer. Cresson offers visitors all the comforts and activities needed. A new hotel, the Best Western Cresson Inn, provides a home away from home. Cresson is fast becoming an easy stop for all types of people, especially those with a certain need for speed.
I'm Jack Farr. I'm the owner of Motorsport Ranch. This was a little idea I had about 10 years ago to build the world's first. It's a country club, but not for golf. It's for sports cars and race cars and even motorcycles. So actually, I looked for 3 or 4 months to find property that was suitable for doing this. And I accidentally turned the wrong way, and I saw this for sale sign on this 300 acres, 304 acres. But I looked at the rolling hills. We have about 30 feet of elevation changes on this track. We have about 60 feet on the other track. And it just looked perfect to me. The fact that Cresson has no city property tax obviously is a good thing. The city itself is running itself, it's doing well, we're fixing roads, and we're doing it on just a 1 penny sales tax, which still puts our sales tax lower than most other cities or towns around the area. As things have developed, we have now infrastructure, we have restaurants, we have a hotel across the street, which people love. We have members that actually live in Minnesota, some in Mexico, Arizona, Kansas, but most members are from the Dallas-Fort Worth area and they travel to Cresson to enjoy this sport, hobby, passion. The latest addition to Motorsport Ranch is a lake. It's a 9-acre lake that is intended to be a wakeboard lake. The unusual thing about this is that there's no boat involved. What we have is an overhead cable pulley system that pulls up to 9 skiers or wakeboarders around the lake, and they can hit certain jumps and obstacles and do their crazy flips and things like that. Or you can just go around like I intend to, just for the fun of it, and not have to hit any jumps.
Another great addition to Cresson, Texas is a new restaurant.
Tumbleweed Barbecue is a barbecue place with steaks, mesquite grilled. We also serve hamburgers and got the regular brisket, ribs, sausage, turkey, and ham with the ribeyes and strips and the fillets. We started in a little snow cone stand actually. I think this one's probably about 8,000 square foot now. Well, we looked around quite a bit in this area. We were interested in Granbury or Cleburne, and we came through Cresson. We noticed the traffic count was very high. We noticed a lot of development was going. Also, you got all the oil and gas business with the Barnett Shale here pretty local. So, you know, it's kind of a win-win situation as far as building a business. You know you're going to have the traffic numbers. You know you're going to be able to get some highway traffic out on the, off the road. And with all the development going on, you know, we figured with the traffic count the way it was, we'd get enough business to sustain ourselves, and then with all the development, we'd really start going. At lunch, we usually have the oil and gas business, the guys that are on the rigs and guys that are driving around making sure everything's good. The parking lot's pretty full of white pickups at lunch. At nighttime, it's a different clientele. We have some of the upper class people come in. Of course, we have our wines and a full bar outside and inside. Business has been very well here. We've done really good so far. We're very happy where we're at. We'd like to grow more, of course, and we feel like we are right now with the development coming in.
Cresson is located 20 miles from Fort Worth, Weatherford, and Cleburne, and 10 miles from Granbury, all of which are county seats. In addition to that, Cresson is a triple freeport zone and has no city property taxes, which can save any business thousands of dollars each year.
I invested in Cresson for several reasons that have become more and more obvious to us as we went along. One, the location. This has been known as a crossroads, situated just south of Fort Worth and north of Granbury and Stephenville, and between Cleburne and Weatherford. There's no way to get between those cities without coming through Cresson. But as it became obvious as time goes on that the crossroads is getting busier and busier and would grow on its own to become its own city. So in the 4 years since we've owned property here, we have seen tremendous growth. Cresson, as you know, has no real estate tax. The only tax in Cresson is a sales tax, which is mandated by the state. So because of that tax situation, we have an advantage being here as opposed to being in one of the neighboring cities where they have a tax rate and you have to pay an additional amount of your income on the property to the city. For those of our viewers who know Dallas, I look at Cresson as what Frisco was like in the 1970s and 80s in North Dallas. Frisco was a town that where two roads crossed, Preston Road and 121, and there wasn't any way to get around that intersection. Right now, that's the way Cresson is. You have to cross through Cresson either on 377 or 171. In the future, this crossroads will boom because it's in the middle of, there's $2.5 billion in retail sales and within a 20-mile radius of this property. And this land here will be developed and the highways will be expanded, and I believe that Cresson will be much larger than Granbury within 10 years.
Cresson Crossroads is one of the largest mixed-use developments in the area.
We're at Cresson Crossroads and we are building an industrial park that's 244 acres and a business park on the front of it. We'll have single-family residential and mixed-use subdivision with apartments and condos and a little bit of everything. Cresson's a great place to develop because it's between 4 cities and the proximity to the Metroplex, and the lack of city property taxes here, and also having the city services with water, sewer, and electricity here all make it a very, very great place to develop. We now have Devon Energy that's moved in. They're going to have 250 employees in here full time and another 175 in and out of that office. It's a 60,000 square foot office building. We're actually just about to start building some houses over it. We're looking at 24 lots, bringing in, it's a high density neighborhood with elevated front porches, rear entry with the alleyways in the back. You know, I want it to be where, you know, you'll see families and you'll have kids, you know, feel safe to be able to be outside, and probably narrower streets where it kind of forces you to slow down, you know, slow down to drive through, be able to have your family out, you know, around your house again.
One of the reasons why these businesses are excited about coming into Cresson is one of the main reasons is we have no city property taxes. Without our property taxes, it helps the bottom line for businesses, and our location being that we are within 20 miles of 4 county seats, conducting business in those counties is very advantageous. And by being located in the center of the Barnett Shale, the driving and expenses makes it very economically advantaged. Again, I would like to invite you to either call or stop by and let us show you and tell you what we have to offer you in the City of Cresson.
The City of Cresson is very pro-business, so come explore the opportunity to bring your business to Cresson, Texas.